સૌથી પહેલા મારી guest on Women's Day છે Suhani Dhanki. She is a friend, actor, bharatnatyam dancer, teacher, and of course a mom. So let's give it up for Suhani Dhanki. Hi Suhani, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for having me here, and congratulations on your first ever podcast. This is excellent.
Thank you so much. Please take a seat. હું સુહાનીને પહેલેથી ઓળખું છું ઘણા વર્ષો થયા. And Suhani, when you came in this country પહેલી વાર, શું vision હતું, શું dream હતું, what are you? બધાને please share the journey.
Firstly, on how we met, I think you were one of the first people I met over here, and you were probably one of the first persons to have given faith in me. You put the faith in me because you organized this lovely workshop with your students, and I think that really gave me a boost when I interacted with people over here, and I felt a little sense of connection and belonging. So thank you for that, Neena. It really means a lot to me.
Thank you.
I moved to this country for love because my husband lived here. We were in a long distance marriage for almost 2 years because ए टाइम में हूँ porus नामनी एक serial हती Sony TV पर, so I was shooting for that. So I was in Bombay for about 2 years after our marriage before I moved here. When I came here, to be honest, I had no expectations, and all I knew is that I had to start from scratch. I was starting from ground zero. I came from a very privileged life in Bombay. I had a very established career there as an actor, as a dancer as well, and as a teacher. I was a professor of dance at a dance college called Mahabharata College. I was touring as a soloist. I was doing mainstream television, and I left all of that back to come here, and it was a clean slate for me. Nobody knew me, so I guess in terms of dreams, I don't think I thought very far that, oh, I'm going to come here and I'm going to make a name for myself and I'm going to do this, that. I took very, very small steps and I looked at very, very short-term goals. The first one being that just observe, get to know people and kind of imbibe the values of where you are and try to become one with where you are. You know, it was just kind of soaking in everything initially.
Yeah.
I came so my background in Bombay is very wholesome because I come from a very big family and we're all touch wood very closely connected to each other. I mean, I think that's the best part of Gujarati culture, right? Like kaka, masa, kaki, mami, બધા જ પોતાના મમ્મી પપ્પા જેવા હોય. So, and I'm very lucky to have had that kind of a setup. Cut to coming here, it's just my husband and I. So, honestly, I found it very difficult.
Yeah, daunting કહેવાય ને because કોઈ ઓળખતા ના હોય, કાંઈ નહીં, no friends, nothing, right?
Nobody. Like, I had 2 friends who I really depended on when I came here. But I didn't realize how difficult it was to meet people in London. Like, to meet, like, even people you know so well, you have to plan in advance. Distances are so far. People have work, life. So, I guess it was like daunting for me to come and settle down over here. And this is me, like I'm someone who has traveled internationally before. Like I have lived in different places. So I mean, I've traveled to different places. So it was not like I didn't know the language. It was not like I didn't know how to get around. You know, I was in that sense like apra pella je loko aaya che, they've had it much tougher. But even though I had all those experiences, I still found it very difficult to settle in. But I think આ બધામાં what was most important was community. કે આપણા લોકો બધે જ છે, and I think that adds so much value and it gives you a sense of belonging and it gives you a sense of identity. Because what I do is bharatnatyam, which is of course a very niche, very specialist thing, very connected to Indian culture. So to do that in a country abroad, you know, it can feel like you're just trying to, I don't know, mix apples with oranges kind of situation, right? But it's amazing the kind of work that the people who settled here before have put in to give such a strong sense of identity and integration of Indian culture within the system. I don't know, the whole world over
Yeah,
here. So I think
yeah.
that really helped me per se in integrating. અને મારા ગુરુ, મારા ડાન્સ ગુરુ ડૉક્ટર સંધ્યા પુરેજા, એમને હું જ્યારે આવી ત્યારે એક શ્લોક કીધો હતો મને, ભગવદ્ ગીતાનો શ્લોક છે. Basically, it just says that સ્વધર્મમ નિધનમ શ્રેય પરધર્મ ભયાવો, which basically means કે તમારો જે ધર્મ છે, તમારો જે કર્મ છે, તમે જે કરવાના છો તમારી લાઈફમાં, એ તમે જાળવીને રાખો, તમે તમારી પાસે રાખો.
Very beautiful.
And for me that was extremely important because બહુ બધી વાર એવી રીતે લાગ્યું કે ભરતનાટ્યમ છોડીને કન્ટેમ્પરરી ડાન્સ શીખવું, કે આ કરું કે તે કરું, પણ ઓલવેઝ મારા ગુરુએ જે વસ્તુએ કીધી હતી મને always, it kept me rooted, it kept me grounded, and it kept me very much connected to our culture, that no matter what you do, there is always space for you, that no matter what path you choose, you will always be able to find a destination at the end of that.
Absolutely. What do you think?
So there's a few questions there. Your first question was, how long did it take me to find community? I think for me, one of the biggest lessons was that in Mumbai, for me, community was very big. I made peace with the fact over here that community can be one person, it can even be found in 2 people, it can even be found in 10 people, but it's not necessary that you'll always find 10 people. And sometimes having that small connection with just 2 or 3 people also keeps you afloat. So it was just about finding that right connection. As far as connecting with the community, I got very lucky because I found, oh my god, this through my mama. I think that's the best part again about Gujarati community. કોઈ
Relatives હોય જ.
મળી જ જાય, relatives પણ નહીં, પણ કોઈના friends કે અચ્છા મારી આ દીકરી આવી છે અહીંયા, એક તો આપણામાં બધા દીકરી જ હોય, whether they're your actual biological daughter or not, everyone's your દીકરી. So through that, at least it was really nice that in my initial few months, I found a very strong support in this lovely Gujarati uncle and auntie, Dinesh uncle and Kamlesh auntie, jinne mane sachvi lidhi, as they say. Like, I really think I was missing my parents a lot, and they really came. We don't have any connection in that sense, they've not known me for so many years, but they really took it upon themselves to make me feel like કે તારું ઘર છે અહીંયા, તું એકલી નથી. And I think that's the most valuable equation that you can have, which is not founded on any it's completely selfless. And you don't find those connections. No. And to find something like that so far away, I think that really took care of me, I felt wonderful, secure. Secondly, through this whole networking, because I told you, I didn't know anybody, nobody knew me here. એટલે my first few months, I think જેટલા પ્રોગ્રામ થતા હતા ને લંડનમાં, કશે પણ ખબર પડે કે અહીંયા ક્લાસિકલ ડાન્સ પ્રોગ્રામ થાય છે કે કાંઈ, I should just go there. And then I would meet people, like how I met yourself, how we connected through somebody, but I would meet other dancers, I would connect with them. And I think that was great because I came like, with nothing. And I got to learn so much from them. I got to see how they were approaching the dance form over here. And I think it was absolutely inspiring, awe-inspiring actually, to see how they were using a traditional dance form in so many different ways to cater to the Western audiences, but 2, also preserving what is truthfully the essence of the form. And interestingly, you will not believe it, Neena, there are so many Gujarati classical dancers in this country. Believe it or not, આપણે ઇન્ડિયામાં એકલા ભરતનાટ્યમ કે કથક dancers નહીં મળે છે ગુજરાતી origin ના છે, because it's not, our culture is a little different. We're not so, because of course in Gujarat, Maharashtra, no classical dance forms originated, right? So we're more close to the folk culture. In Mumbai, more closer to the Bollywood culture. But over here, my heart bursts with joy when I see some of these exceptional classical dancers who are all Gujarati. I mean, some of the leading dancers in this country are Gujarati dancers and classical dancers. Brilliant. And if you see the work that they do, and of course, through observing them, through working with different kinds of people, I think I got really lucky in that sense that in the past 6 years that I've been here, I've worked with so many different kinds of companies and people. Like I've had the opportunity to collaborate with different artists. I've had the opportunity to work in completely different setups, which I think, you know, that when you ask me that, so dreams आता, actually मारा कोई dreams नहीं होता. यहाँ आविने मैंने realize थयो कि oh, you know, jungle में, literally in the middle of a forest, you can put up a production, and it's beautiful. You can dance like, I don't know, in an open foyer, literally in the middle of a like in like Cold Drops Yard or something like that. So I think those kind of experiences that I got of just how to situate your dance form in different places. Sometimes, yeah, what we do is we really simplify our art form to, like, you know, make it more accessible to the uninitiated audience. But then on the other spectrum, we also do work that is rather contemporary, that is, you know, not spoon feeding the art form to people as it is, like taking very contemporary concepts in play. Like I remember I worked on a choreography with this one dancer for a company called dance organization called Academy. And we worked on a very small piece where I took a traditional composition like an alaripu, which is a very basic composition in classical dance, but I choreographed it thinking about a beej, which is a seed. But it's just about how a seed grows into a tree, and similarly how a beej in this mom's womb grows into a full human.
Wow.
And I think somewhere I credit being in this country here that gave me that little, you know, thought process of how to like utilize your art form in more contemporary themes. And of course, I think through all of this journey, the world, because of the whole digital and virtual media, it's become a really small place. So I've always had my guru and my mom very, very connected and close to me. And I think at every step of doubt, at every step of, you know, breakdown, I've had them cheering me on from far away.
Amazing.
And then you asked about, you know, did I ever feel like Bharatanatyam is not it and it's not working for me and that I need to branch out? Be absolutely honest. I didn't want to steer away from Bharatanatyam at any point because like that's my base. I can't think or see beyond that. But yeah, there were times where I felt like for financial stability sometimes, you know, trying to do more Bollywood stuff like teaching class or stuff like that, because I was like, that's the more popular forum and that's where the money is as well, you know, as compared to this. So I did think, but I think I never went in that direction.
Well
I don't
done
know
to
if
you.
it's I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. I don't know if it was me restricting myself. I don't know if it was me just scared to take that plunge, but I think somewhere my calling always stayed with Bharatanatyam and continues to do so.
That's brilliant. That's amazing, you know. So tell me something. Was there a difficult phase in your life, whether it's in India, whilst you were learning Bharatnatyam or classical dancing, एक restrictions hata घर तरफ society तरफ कि oh, you know?
Yeah, I can't tell you how blessed I am. So, never. To answer your question in one word, never. Because I started learning Bharatanatyam when I was 4, I think. I went to a local dance class. And I was very jiddi. It was class, so it was not the best dance class, and I think my parents realized that quite young. So they tried to but I was like, no, make I chalu karish or khatam karish. So I think I went through the whole 8-year journey of learning there, after which my parents were like, thank you, now. So we were looking for the right guru. And they say that when you're ready, you know, they say that guru has to accept the shishya. And jare tamne ready ho, jare tamne guru male. Right? It's that. So I think that was the phase in my life where mara guru, Dr. Sandhya Purecha ji, paase ame gaya, and she accepted me as her student. To be honest, she had no reason to accept me. Absolutely not. But she did, thanks to Bharatnatyam, je par mara guru che. સંધ્યાતાઈ મારા નૃત્ય ગુરુ છે અને ભાવનાતાઈ આખું ઇન્સ્ટિટ્યુશન સંભાળે છે, પણ એ બાકી બધી રીતે અમને છોકરાઓને સંભાળીએ. So through her, I mean, and Sandhyatai's grace, I came under Sandhyatai's tutelage અને મારી લાઈફ ફરી ગઈ, આખી નાખી ફરી ગઈ. કારણ કે મારી માટે એની પહેલાં ભરતનાટ્યમ એક હોબી હતી. એના પછી મારા ગુરુને જોતા જોતા એમનો એની એક ઓરામાં હું એટલી બધી આઈ થિંક હજી પણ આ
I can see from your face the way it lights up.
in awe of her. Like I absolutely love her. For me, my dance meant her. So whether it was Bharatanatyam or anything, it didn't matter. Like because she just had so much to give me as a human. And one of the first things she taught me was that this is an art form. It's going to require immense dedication. It's not going to be easy. You will really be chiseled. You will be challenged mentally, physically, emotionally. કે સોનાને માટે આપણે કેટલું તપવું પડે, કે હીરોને ગોતવા માટે આપણે કેટલું ચિઝલ કરવું જ પડે, કેટલી મારવી પડે, અને પછી હીરો શાન થાય. એટલે એ રીતની એક જર્ની છે આર્ટ. એન્ડ એક તપ હોય, એ તપ તમારે કમ્પ્લીટ કરવું પડે, એના પછી તમે. સો એ બધા એવા વેલ્યુઝ મને મારા ગુરુ પાસેથી મળ્યા છે, અને ઇટ કીપ્સ challenging you. So, and through all of that, અમુક વાર એવું થાય કે જ્યારે every day was not easy. પગ દુખે, દાંત પડે.
So much dedication.
Every performance is not great. You're not like, you may do your best, but so when you come back and when you come back home with that completely distraught, depressed situation, at that time તમારા ઘરવાળાઓનો સૌથી વધારે મહત્વ આવે. કારણ કે at that point it's very easy to say નથી થતું, છોડી દે, નથી કરવું આપણે, you know, કે રેવા દે, આપણે નથી જવું. But at no point did my family ever do that.
That's amazing.
At every point that I came home, you know, maybe at the points that I did come home sad that, oh, I can't do this further, maybe if there were situations like that, every single time the people that picked me up were my mom, dad and my brother. At every single time. So when I say that I'm blessed in every dimension, I truly am, because ઘરે, ગુરુના ઘરે અને વર્લ્ડ વાઇઝ. હું તમને એક ઇન્ટરેસ્ટિંગ સ્ટોરી કહું. જ્યારે હું શૂટિંગ કરતી હતી ને, so acting came as an aftermath of dance.
I was going to ask that as well.
For me, it came totally because of dance, and I strongly believe that some of the best things that have happened to me in my life have happened when I've been around my guru. Like acting job પણ એવી જ રીતે આવી, કારણ કે હું એમની સાથે હતી અને એક કાસ્ટિંગ ડિરેક્ટરે સ્પોટ કર્યું અને કીધું કે તું એક્ટિંગ કરશે. મેં તો ના પાડી દીધી, પણ એમને કીધું કે, so she told me કે શું કામ. Are you saying no? When you say restrictions, મારા ગુરુએ પણ મને કોઈ restrictions નથી કર્યા. She has never ever stopped me from doing modeling, from doing like different kinds of dancing. આજે હું પોતે કહું કે ના ના હું નહીં કરું, but she said please do, બધું કરવાનું, કેમ નહીં કરવાનું. So you don't get gurus like that. So I think I got lucky on a lot of fronts in that sense. So even when I was shooting, so we were shooting ઉમરગાંવ કરીને ગુજરાત અને મહારાષ્ટ્રના બોર્ડર પર એક ગામ છે અને અમે ત્યાં શૂટિંગ કરતા હતા પોરુસનું. અને લિટરલી આખો મહિનો હું ત્યાં જ રહેતી હતી. અમારું પોતાનું ઘર હતું ત્યાં, ત્યાં જ રહેતા હતા શૂટિંગ કરતી વખતે. ત્યાં બિલ્ડિંગના કોમ્પ્લેક્સમાં એક બાસ્કેટબોલ કોર્ટ હતો. You will not believe it. I used to practice there every day.
Wow, okay.
Every day. મારા શૂટ પહેલાનું રૂટીન હોય, છોકરાઓ બધા જીમમાં હોય અને ત્યાં પ્રેક્ટિસ કરે. અને કેટલીય વાર એવું થયું હશે કે મારું શૂટ છે પણ સંધ્યાતાઈનો ફોન આવે જો કે મારો આવી રીતે પ્રોગ્રામ છે, અને હું ખાલી સેટ પર કહું મારા ક્રિએટિવ ડિરેક્ટરને કે યુ નો આવી રીતે શો છે 4 દિવસ પછી ને મારે જવું છે શો પર. Oh my God, Nina, the entire set, my director, JP, oh God, what a gem. He would shoot nights. He would plan the scenes in a way where he could get me done, like, you know, my scenes done, so that I could go. So we would shoot till like say 2 or 3 in the morning. I would leave from there, go catch a flight, join the team wherever they are, rehearse with them, perform with my guru, and come back in time to, you know, come back to shoot. So it was amazing how the whole world around me also kind of conspired to make things happen for me and help me balance my dance life and my shoot life.
Wow.
So, like I said, I mean, I don't want to sound like it's all rosy.
No, of course not. Because there are women, Badi Baju Haji, not I'm not saying majority, but there are still few women who wants to do something for themselves, right? ગમે તે હોય, dance હોય કે ગમે તે હોય, પણ એ લોકો બહુ restricted થઈ જાય છે, right? Family restrictions હોય કે society restrictions હોય.
You know, on this, sorry, I just forgot to add, because so my dad was very clear, you know, when I was planning to get married and, you know, when you start looking and all of that, Dad always said કે કારણ કે બહુ લોકો કહેતા હતા ત્યારે કે આ તો એક્ટિંગ કરે છે, you know, એક્ટિંગમાં ગુજરાતી ઘરોમાં હતું થોડું ત્યારે, you know, like અમારામાં છે કે એક્ટિંગ કરે છે તો અમને નહીં જોઈએ, you know, આ બધું નહીં ચાલે અમારા ઘરે and this and that. So Dad was very clear if anyone spoke to him કે મારા ઘરે છે, મારી દીકરી મારા ઘરે છે, ત્યાં સુધી હું એને ક્યારે નહીં રોકું કોઈ પણ વસ્તુ માટે. એને જે કરવું હોય એ કરશે અને અમે એનો પૂરેપૂરો સાથ આપશું. લગ્ન પછી એની બેટલ છે and she can figure with her partner and with her family how she wants to charter her life. But I'm always there to support her. So anyway, then I met my husband and
That's
like
right.
and you know it was
And
about
I know
moving
how
here.
supportive he is of your art and
You know,
work.
not only him, he definitely is, because one of the first things he told me was that when we were getting to know each other, he was like, please don't marry anyone who doesn't respect your dance.
That's it, right?
That's it.
That
That's what
says
he
it all.
said. But he, yes, with the long distance matter, as I told you, 2 વર્ષ જ્યારે હું બોમ્બેમાં હતી, હું તો મારા in-laws સાથે almost, you know, I was connected, I was closer to them, so they treat me like their daughter. You will not believe it, Nina, there was one show, Bombay થી થાણામાં, so it's a little further away from where we stay. અને સવારે કંઈક પ્રભાતનો શો હતો, એટલે કંઈક 5:30 કે 6 વાગે સવારનો શો હતો. ત્યારે મારી સગાઈ થઈ કે જસ્ટ લગ્ન થયા હતા, I don't remember. But my parents-in-law came to watch me. એવા કેટલાય શોઝ હશે જે મારો હસબન્ડ ઓફકોર્સ નહોતો, પણ એ લોકો પહોંચી જતા હતા, you know, કે જોવા કે ના શું કરે છે તે. So that support from my husband તો હતો, પણ એના પેરેન્ટ્સથી પણ આવ્યો.
Brilliant.
And I think that nurturing environment is so, it just puts you in such a blessed position, in such a positive position.
Yeah.
Because then you're focusing on what is nourishing you as opposed to spending your energies in nourishing other people
Yeah.
and trying to cater to other people.
Yeah.
And I know not everyone has that. To say that it was completely smooth and, you know, it's a process. Everything is a process. આજે તમારે પણ થોડું 2 ડગલા આગળ ચાલવા પડે અને સામેવાળો જ ચાલે.
Absolutely.
It's a process to arrive at that point. But eventually you've arrived there and everyone is in sync.
Yeah.
And I think that makes the most beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. And its success doesn't come overnight. It takes a lot of hard work.
For me, this is my success.
That's what I'm saying.
The
But it
success
still
is
takes-
that, you know, I have
Yes.
different aspects of my
Correct.
life
And a balance
in
more
a balanced
important,
way.
shit,
That's it.
right? Balance is so important.
On balance, I have little wavering views.
Yeah,
And that's only because I feel like every time it can't be completely balanced.
Yes.
I feel like sometimes it will tip the other
Yeah.
way and sometimes it will tip the other way.
Which
like
is
sometimes work is
fine.
more important. Like there's been times where I've been away for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, leaving my little daughter,
Yes.
you know, with my husband or with my
Yeah.
mom. And I've been away. And of course, I feel a bit guilty, like, you know, I've
Right,
left my
human.
child. And maybe that's not the ideal balance. Like, there was a point in my life where, when my daughter was 1.5, 2 years, I was working like a mad woman. I was working like an absolute mad woman for 2 reasons. One, because I think my postpartum depression took really long to heal. And there was just something inside me that just wanted to prove to myself that I can do everything. I can have a child, I can have a career, I can earn money, I can, you know, take care of the house. So it came at the compromise of one very important thing, which was
Mental
myself
health, yeah.
and my sleep and my well-being, basically. And I did it for that period. And what happened was that in this whole facade of trying to balance every aspect of my life, I wasn't present anywhere, Nina.
Yeah.
I wasn't fully present with my daughter in that time. Then I wasn't fully present at work. I wasn't fully present, you know, in doing household chores. I wasn't fully present in. I was there everywhere in parts.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a happy phase of my
Yeah.
life because I was feeling unaccomplished at the end of everything. So, was I balancing things in theory at that point? Yes, absolutely. I mean, I was up by 4:30. I was preparing meals for the day, getting my child, doing my like yoga, then getting my child ready for school or whatever, like nursery,
Yeah.
then packing my bags, leaving, going, coming back. So I was doing everything in theory. I was living a very perfect, like, oh my God, like so hardworking life. But at the end of the day, in a few months or whatever, like towards the end of the year, હું તો ખર્ચાઈ જ ગઈ ને પૂરી. It didn't leave me with anything.
Yeah.
I've just felt like હું શું કરું છું મારી life સાથે.
Yeah.
And that reality caused me to shift a lot. One of the first realizations being that balance need not be this. Balance can be this and this, as long as you don't tip over.
Yeah.
You're balancing, and it's okay.
Yeah. Not at the compromise of your health and well-being.
એ પણ થશે કોઈક વાર. As a woman, we have to be prepared for that also. It's...
How did you overcome all that? It must have taken a toll on your health, everything, right?
Yeah, I think just again back to my roots, my parents and my guru.
Yeah, it's hard.
Just back to them.
Yeah.
They just having the right people surround you, reading, meditation. I think it just helps you kind of realign and get back on track.
Yeah.
And just understand your reality.
Yeah.
Sometimes we feel that we really want something.
Yeah.
But actually, deep down, that's what we think we want. That's not what we want.
No, exactly. One message આપણા listener માટે, especially આપણી Gujarati community women માટે, કાંઈ જે હજી hesitant થાય છે બધી women, એ લોકો માટે શું message છે?
નિડરતા અને ધગશ એ બે વસ્તુ આપણી ગુજરાતી લેડીઝમાં અનહદ છે. આપણે નિડર છીએ કારણ કે એક એડવાન્ટેજ છે કે આપણી પાસે we have nothing to lose. They say women, like you see the Gujarati women, તમે ચૂટકીમાં કેટલું બધું કાર્યો એકસાથે કરી શકે. Women are extremely powerful at multitasking. અને એક ધગશ છે, relentless, unstoppable. અને બધી વસ્તુમાં લાગે કે થઈ જશે, કરી નાખશું, અને કરી લો છો, પછી હેઝિટેશન શાનું?
Well, very well said.
See, no hesitation, I know કે it's not easy. કોઈક વાર ઘરમાં આપણી રિસ્પોન્સિબિલિટીઝ ઘણી બધી હોય છે, આપણે બહુ બધા એસ્પેક્ટ્સ ઓફ લાઈફ બેલેન્સ કરવા જઈએ છીએ, પણ કોઈક વાર ને કોઈક રિસ્પોન્સિબિલિટીઝ જતી કરવી હોય ને તો કરી લો. એમાં કાંઈ ખોટું નથી, કારણ કે આપણે બહુ હોય ને કે આપણે આ પણ કરવું છે, તે પણ કરવું છે, એના માટે આ કરીએ, પેલા માટે તે કરીએ. પોતા માટે વિચારો, એમાં કાંઈ ખોટું નથી.
Very well said. So સાંભળી લીધું તમે સુહાની ધાનકી શું કીધું? પોતા માટે પણ થોડુંક વિચારું. It's okay. Sometimes you have to come out of that comfort zone and do what you want to do as well. Perfect, Suhani. Thank you so much. And one last question. Any projects, any exciting stuff coming up?
Yeah, I think there was a web series that I'd shot for that's finally releasing. Wow. It's a small role, but it's a nice role. Yeah, it's a nice role. So they filmed it here. So that's releasing sometime in March. Hopefully by the end of the year, some exciting dance projects are coming up.
Fingers crossed.
And I'm also planning, so it's actually probably a good time to announce it now.
Please.
I'm planning to launch this wonderful dance program for kids. Just to get them a little more connected to our Indian culture. So watch out for that. It's going to be really exciting. And I can't wait to work with them.
Brilliant. So people, તમને લોકોને છોકરાઓને ગમે તે ડાન્સ ભરતનાટ્યમ ક્લાસિકલ ડાન્સ શીખવું હોય, Suhani Dhanki is one of them that you can connect with. So please do follow her and see her journey and get inspired. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Suhani, for coming to my show and just sharing your personal journey with us.
No, thank you, Nina. You are an absolute inspiration yourself. How you manage, how you've built your company now, I can say. You've built a company, you've built a huge community, all by, keeping your family life intact
Thank
and
you.
thriving is really, really commendable.
Oh, thank you.
I
Thank
mean,
you
I've seen
so
you
much.
like grow exponentially, and I just hope and pray that this flight just takes off
Oh,
higher and higher
thank
for you.
you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.